Together We Can means coming together with communities to make their spaces, their places, and in this particular instance, their schools better. So we're working together with the material community, library refurbishment and upgrade, so a little bit of uplift in terms of painting and so on, but also putting in some technology, some computers, television screens and so on.
I am seeing all that United Way does for the school. They supply grants for our parents through Families in Action. United Way has also funded workshops for parents. Just working with them, you see how much they have done for not only our school, but our community as well.
Me and my members here, we are approximately 12 members present here today. We just do mostly volunteer work right through in the community of Matura.
Well, my hope is that the students use the technology to learn, to grow, to become leaders, to make a difference in the community, as well as to go out there and shine and be the best they could be.
What we've just seen is a touch of the amazing work that United Way does throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And joining us this morning for a conversation about United Way and the United Day of Caring that's coming up on the 21st of May, we have with us the CEO. Good morning and welcome. This is Gail Sooknarine, the CEO, and also we have the Resource Development Officer, Kendall Teloka, correct?
Morning. Yes,
Good
correct.
morning. Welcome both of you to the show. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Great.
It's a pleasure to have both of you here with us. And just from looking in that video, it's so inspirational and it shows the dedicated community work that your association offers. But before we get into the National Day of Caring, I just want to touch on exactly what United Way does. Just a little background. Could you share with us?
Sure. United Way really is about bringing people and resources together for the common good of the community. So we look at pooling resources so we can do bigger projects, we could have bigger impact, because generally if we try to do things on our own, we can only probably get to smaller projects. So what we are at United Way do is pool our resources together from corporate partners, from individuals, and we bring those resources to help communities. And that's what you've seen on the videos.
And it's lovely that you do it throughout, and we see everybody benefiting communities, from the youth to even the elderly as well. Now, we were able to talk a little bit off air about the transition that the Day of Caring had to go through with COVID-19.
Yes.
But before we get to that, this is a special anniversary for the Day of Caring, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's been 10 years since the first National Day of Caring in 2013. Before that, National Day of Caring was just a Day of Caring, where it was at, I think, the Republic Bank grounds. We had all the homes that we support come together. And our director, Mr. Gervais Warner, he thought we could have had a more national spread, a more national impact. So he brought companies together to have this whole National Day of Caring, whereby we had a national kind of execution and impact throughout the country. And that started in 2013. And this is the 10th year that it would be in existence.
And so the 10th year is in existence, but you did take, well, I wouldn't say a break because it's your 10th year, but in 2019, of course, would have been your last in person.
Correct.
So what was it like doing it virtually? Because that's an incredible feat to be able to accomplish.
I think it was is an interesting pivot because everybody was trying to figure out, how do we keep this going throughout the pandemic? And I think, as I mentioned off here as well, that there was volunteerism in pods. People did call centers. I think we helped the Ministry of Social Development with some call centers for their social grants. So we helped throughout with some of our companies, some of our volunteers, they did that. And then later on, as things started to open up a bit, there was volunteerism in pods. So whereby we had volunteers from companies come out and they would have done volunteer execution at a school, put up some posters for our Safer Schools program, and they would have packaged masks, but all at socially distanced, all wearing masks. So this coming back out, this transition back into the National Day of Caring, in-person volunteering in larger numbers, is a huge step, and I think a welcome return that we all look forward to.
Oh, most definitely. I can only imagine how excited your entire team is to be back out.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about 2023. If I'm not mistaken, your theme is Show You Care.
Show you care, yes. So what is caring? Caring is really lending a hand to anybody for their for their well-being. Yeah, and we could do that in many ways. We could do it in schools, we could do it in the workplace, we could do it in the community, and we could do it with the environment. So really what it is about, we're asking people to do many things, either volunteer in your community. If you can't, donate, and we have our donate button on our website at www.tt.com. Sorry, uwtt.com.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can plant a tree, help the environment. Yeah, so we are asking, and we have projects along a gamut of scales that we are going to be doing on the 21st of May. And we've gotten communities and companies and their volunteers and their employees with us in that on the 21st of May.
So it sounds like you already have your groups put together, but what about people who might be interested in taking part, who've just learned about it today?
I think they could still reach out to us. As Gail would say, you could check us out on www.gwtt.com. You could call us on 717-8630 or email us at unitedway@uwtt.com and tell us about the project that you're working on. You'd like to register as a company, because we encourage a lot of companies to rally their employees to come together. And if you want to do something in your own special way in your own community and be a care ambassador, because that's what Show You Care Everywhere is about, you could be that care ambassador in your community by basically rallying your community together to do a cleanup, as Gail said, plant a tree, create a green space within your community, encourage, planting, gardening as a point of sustainability and giving back to your community. Those kinds of things that you could do on an individual basis. And you could share it on social media and just hashtag us at Live United or hashtag Show You Care Everywhere.
That's a beautiful title, Care Ambassador. Listening, especially the fact that there's also dedication to the environment is so important. Is there any criteria to become a Care Ambassador? I mean, because as you mentioned, there are some projects we're looking at planting. We saw as well that there are schools, and you've also spoken about the corporate involvement in it. So is it that you look for particular projects or, again, a standard to adhere to?
Natasha, we have some projects that schools, community residences, other NGOs would come to us asking for help. But really, it's anything. I mean, for the morning, we've spoken about being in communities. Communities have youth groups. Yeah. Communities have village councils. Communities have religious bodies in those communities. So anybody can come together really and figure out what that community need. We spoke about mentorship. We spoke about getting the youths and the young people occupied. So anything about that, and just like Kendall said, hashtag us or contact us. Let us know that you are part of that National Day of Caring.
It sounds so...
If you can't make it on the 21st of May though, this is continuing for the rest of the year.
That is beautiful to hear, because, as with many different days that we observe, not just here but throughout the world, we always say there needs to be more than one day. And especially in caring and the time that we live in right now, it is critical that we ensure that we continue to have, I dare say, that devotion to caring and to our community and, of course, one another. Now, one question for you both, well, whoever would like to take it. What about age? Is there an age limit as to who can join, who can become an ambassador?
Oh, no. No. And I could give a perfect example. There's this, organization called Yahweh in Tobago, and it is basically, when they do their National Day of Caring, it is the elderly teaching the children how to garden, or their grandchildren. So there is this intergenerational transfer of knowledge, of community, and so there's no age limit, I would say, to this at all.
Absolutely amazing. So we know for sure, aside from the fact that it's a wonderfully intentioned day in association, it's going to soar, because you definitely are going to have the youth on your side when it comes to that digital space as well. Do you have any closing comments for us this morning?
Just that we would like to encourage Trinidad and Tobago, everybody, to become care ambassadors in whichever shape or form that you can. Give back, show an act of kindness, show that you could care everywhere in any way possible.
Beautiful.
And let us know what you are doing by contacting us.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being with us this morning on the Now Morning Show. Hopefully we'll be able to have you back and see how things are going as the year continues with the year of caring. How's that?
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Trinidad and Tobago, stay tuned. This is the Now Morning Show, and your birthdays are coming up next.
Where right now. How we end up here today.